So just a few days ago, the Minecraft movie dropped in theaters. So let's rank all the Minecraft movie characters. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk a lot about movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share your ranking of the Minecraft movie characters over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out once this video is over, and let's just get straight into the ranking. In last place, Natalie, played by Emma Myers, one of the side characters in Wednesday, the Netflix show, and she is in this movie as the sister to one of our other characters. I think one of the weaker aspects of the Minecraft movie, personally, is that relationship between the brother and the sister, where I just didn't buy into that relationship. She looks like she's only like 16 years old, and it shows her like driving a car and then working at a job and everything, and I never bought into that. I don't buy into the relationship between her and her brother, and she also just calls out her brother and makes fun of him for being creative, and she's kind of against his creativity in a way. That's not the type of character that's very enjoyable, so she comes in last. Then we have Hank. Not much better. Hank is Natalie's brother, and instead he's a guy that is creative out in the world. He wants to try different things, enters the Minecraft world where it's a world full of creativity, and throughout the movie is on an adventure with Steve and Garrett the garbage man Garrison, and all he's doing is like yelling at Garrett the garbage man's Garrison. Even when he sort of explains the situation to Hank is like calling him out. It's just like, you're so selfish. And because we relate more to Garrett the garbage man Garrison, that doesn't make Hank all that likable. It's also so confusing how he's able to be so good at playing Minecraft within 5 seconds of entering it, as soon as it turns into nighttime, he has no pickaxe or no axe to chop wood or anything, and yet he like runs into a tree and is immediately able to grab some wood, and immediately with his bare hands is able to craft like an actual castle while the skeletons are enchanted and riding spiders. Amazing. That's not the type of satisfying stuff. I probably couldn't do that in Minecraft if I wanted to with just my bare hands at nighttime with skeletons that are enchanted riding spiders. So, Hank is not much better than his sister. Kicking off the top 10, Dawn. This is Danielle Brooks' character. I have some fun with her because Danielle Brooks is one of my favorite characters in the show Peacemaker that I absolutely love. But as for the Dawn character herself, she isn't given those funny moments that a bunch of other characters are given or anything like that. She's just kind of there along for the ride. She wants to be a vet, to like or some sort of job where she takes care of animals or something like that. Grows an attachment to these animals, uses her skill set a little bit to calm down Dennis in the film, assembles an army of wolves at the end, and says the word Minecraft in this movie sometime in it. So she gets something to do in this movie that I think is more enjoyable and certainly more important than Hank and Natalie. Number 9, Malgosha, our main villain of the movie, that is part of the Nether. The Nether. And she isn't given all these like flashy moments or anything. She's not a deep, compelling villain. But although I am ranking some very, very compelling characters, as you can see here on this list. But yeah, with Malgosha, you get the leader of the Nether. We're kind of just, she hands out orders for her pig people to tend to, and she wants to take over the overworld and all that. Reason she's higher than the bottom 3 on this list is because at the end they do this joke where she's always trying to stab Steve with a small knife. It's like, hey, come closer. Tries to stab Steve with a small knife, and Steve's like tosses the knife, and that actually got kind of a chuckle out of me. So therefore, she's higher than the bottom 3 characters. Number 8, General Chungus and his piglins, but in particular, General Chungus. Now, from here on out, I would all say these are actually fantastic characters. Fantastic characters. By the end of the year, these will be my 8 favorite, like my 10 favorite characters of the year. these will be in my top 10 favorite characters of the year by the end of the year. Guaranteed. Like, obviously. They're from the Minecraft movie. And all these characters are S-tier movie characters, just in general. But we're talking about General Chungus. Yes, you heard me right. That is a character's name in this movie. General Chungus, voiced by Jared Hess himself.
What's going on, dude? Crap! Chungus.
He is a fun, lively character that pops up for about 10 minutes in the movie to try to take down Steve. And it's because of the name itself, General Chungus. When you hear that name, you gotta raise this character up the list from the very bottom to at least 5 spots up on this list. Why is he not at number 1 on this list, you might be asking? Well, the simple reason for this is because he dies.
Wait, does this mean you're firing me?
Malgosha just kills him, even though he did his job. And I was very frustrated at that, because otherwise, strong contender for number 1 here with General Chungus. But he was the pig that Steve was referring to when he said, "This pig is mine." And so therefore, he is an enjoyable character. Then we have Dennis, Steve's loyal wolf that is just always trying to look for Steve throughout the majority of the film, is with kind of Dawn and Natalie throughout the like the middle section of the film, and just a pet that makes you want, like, I want to have a Dennis as a pet. You know what? And he's not that interesting of a character like General Chungus is, of course, but the reason he's higher up on the list is because Steve sings a song for him. In one of the 4 songs Steve sings in this movie, one of them is dedicated to Dennis.
Go now, Dennis. Change Don's life, Dennis.
Thus, because he was worthy enough to be a song worthy, I had to place him up at least 5 more spots on where he normally should be on the list. Then we have the Vice Principal Marlene, or I believe that's what her name is, played by Jennifer Coolidge. She is never in the Minecraft world. That is why she's not higher up on the list, is because she's always in the real world in this movie. She's never in the Minecraft world. But she is a character extremely, absolutely burdened by the fact that she just got divorced from her husband, and is always bringing it up every 5 seconds she's on screen, like, I just divorced my husband. Oh yeah, I just divorced my husband. Oh, also, are you hungry? Oh no, but I just divorced my husband. Like, absolutely Oscar-worthy performance here, by the way. And starts a romance with this villager, and you absolutely buy into the chemistry between her and the villager.
Your head is huge.
In fact, you buy into the chemistry so much, they have so much chemistry, that she learns villager by the very end of the film. And so, just a very, very good character, effectively used while not being in the Minecraft world. But speaking of characters that are in the Minecraft world, the villager that goes on a date with Jennifer Coolidge, Vice Principal Marlene. And he is just the standout in the scenes that he is in as well. Of course, like I said, he has such good chemistry with Vice Principal Marlene. When he says any of his lines in the middle of the movie, like, like, whenever he says that, absolutely, like, Oscar-worthy. I cannot fathom how this guy cannot get nominated for an Oscar by the beginning of next year, by the time Oscar season's around. In fact, like, 5 of these characters probably should be the 5 best actor nominations. Like, truly, hands down, great performance we got here from the villager. And also, he's such a good Samaritan. He is such an absolute... He deserves to be in a relationship with Vice Principal Marlene, because he does, in fact, learn how to speak villager by the very end of the film. Or not speak villager, but he learns how to speak English by the very end of the film.
Marlene, ever since we met last night, I wanted to say... And
that's always just so heartwarming to see him do that. So, the villager comes in at number 5. Number 4, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison. Now, this is a character that is played by Jason Momoa. He is in a pink jacket. When I first saw him in the trailers, I was just like, who the heck is this guy? And he ended up being an absolute blast in this movie.
Hola.
That thing doesn't understand a word you're saying.
We're talking.
Again, another Oscar-worthy performance here, where you get a character who you absolutely buy into his story. He is this kind of Johnny Lawrence in the Minecraft movie, where he's living in the 80s. He owns a retro gaming shop that's about to go out of business because nobody plays old arcade games anymore. He won a gaming championship in 1989 and cannot let that go. And he's a down on his luck, absolute loser, but is trying to get back on his feet again, entering this Minecraft world, stealing some diamonds from the diamond mine. Like, he is absolutely just... Jason Momoa is having the time of his life playing this character, and he's even willing to sacrifice himself in a full pile of TNT in order to save Hank and Steve. Of course, the water bucket saved him, but he was willing to make a noble sacrifice himself. So, what an amazing character. It's a shame that he's not even a real character in the games, because if he was, I'm pretty sure he'd be really popular. In third place, Technoblade, a character that only appears for about 2 seconds, but he was used in these 2 seconds very, very effectively. His appearance had the audience applauding in the theater. As soon as he showed up, people were just like, oh, or not people, but at least me and my friends were all like, whoa, it's Technoblade. And when a character appears for 2 seconds and is able to make that kind of screen presence splash, you get a fantastic character. Also, in all seriousness, just a nice tribute to Technoblade. Like, in all seriousness, because, like, kind of sad he didn't get to see this movie, but it's nice that as a tribute to maybe the biggest Minecraft YouTuber out there, they put him in the movie for a couple of seconds, and Steve gets to call him a legend.
Is it kind of king?
No. That's a legend.
Like, in all seriousness, I'm being serious right now, where that's actually kind of a nice tribute to a legendary YouTuber. So, therefore, he makes it in third place on this list. Our runner-up, Alex, another character that got a standing ovation, applause in the theater. And I'm being serious when I say that. They did applaud when Alex showed up. In the post-credit scene of this movie, Steve goes to his old house, and behind the door, you see Alex.
Hey, you want to come in? I'm Alex, by the way.
And for those 30 seconds she was on screen, used very effectively once again, where if you were able to make a character appear for 30 seconds and people were applauding as soon as she introduced herself and said, hey, I'm Alex, and have the audience applaud, you have made a fantastic character in the film. And probably she's going to be more present in the sequel whenever they make it, because this movie, as of today, made $300 million. So I'm sure there's going to be a sequel. She's going to be in more of it, and it is going to be an absolute blast. But hey, if you made a character that people applauded to, you have a good character on your hands. In first place, Steve. You might be thinking, is this the last character on this video? No, wait until the end. You will get another character. But when it comes to Steve, he is Steve. Just saying that right there should immediately give you an explanation of who this character is and his screen presence in the film. Of course, Jack Black is an absolute scene stealer in every movie he's in. But in this movie, as soon as Steve showed up and said, I am Steve, the entire theater just started Steving. I'm not even lying. We all just started Steving all over the place. And we burst out into applause as soon as he said that.
I'm Steve.
And so, as soon as the first trailer dropped, I remember when we were all making fun of the fact Jack Black was Steve, made a bunch of memes out of it. I honestly think Jack Black is the perfect guy to play Steve now, having seen this movie. 90% of Steve's lines are saying Minecraft items.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Flint and steel.
The nether. Oh, these dudes? They're the villagers and eat buttloads of bread. They love crushing a loaf. You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken? Uh-oh. La 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 lava. Chicken. Welcome to the stash. TNT. Firework rockets. Boots of swiftness. Diamond armor. Full set. And blades for days.
Ender pearl. This is a crafting table.
Elytra wingsuits. Coming in hot! I'm gonna push it on full with this water bucket! Really? Chicken jockey!
And that is the point of this character. Just saying stuff like, Flint and Steel, the Nether, Chicken Jockey. And there was a line in particular at the end, I couldn't spoil it in my review, but there's a line that got like an actual like standing, it got a good 30 seconds of applause in my theater. It is, first we mine, then we craft.
First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft!
Like, standing ovation. Everybody, standing ovation here. Do I even need to explain any further myself? Do I even need to explain why Steve is number one on this list? But there was a character that Steve himself mentioned that ended up being even higher than number one. Coming in first place, Chicken Jockey. And just saying that, like, you should immediately know why this one couldn't be in first place. I had to invent an entirely different place, 0th place, to put Chicken Jockey. Let me just play the scene from the trailers.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
And that should give you an idea of why he's in first place. I don't even think there's any explanation needed. This is just the best character. This easily, like, this is just the best character. As soon as he said Chicken Jockey, the theater also like actually applauded. When you have a character that as soon as his name is mentioned, people applaud in the theater, you have a good character. Chicken Jockey's in 0th place. Like, I don't think anybody will disagree with me on that one. Down below in the comment section, share your ranking of the Minecraft movie characters. Over on my channel, I have more rankings like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.